Hey everybody, welcome to Learn Billiards. I'm Mitty Altman, your PBIA instructor. Alright, so here we are at the table and I have two break cues here that I just picked up. I have the Cuetec WCT break cue, and that uses a leather tip. It's a wood shaft, which is surprising from Cuetec. And then I have an elite so-called band break cue. That's Philonic tip, and it has an Irish linen wrap. And amazingly, this cue weighs 27 ounces. I know it sounds crazy, but I know most leagues max out at, I believe, 25 ounces. So that's where they came up with the name, the band break cue. It does take a little while to get used to because of that extreme weight. All right, so we're at the table. I'm going to be breaking first with the Cuetec WCT break cue. I have to say, I played with it last week for a while. Probably spent about 2 hours breaking, and it's a very, very good cue. All right, decent. Kept the cue ball pretty much in the center. Got a decent spread. Sunk one ball. Let's rack and try another. All right, so that was break number one. Now I'm going to take 3 breaks with each cue, and I'm going to keep the cue ball. I'm going to move it three different positions. So I started out with that first shot with the cue ball, probably about 3 inches to the right of my center diamond. So now I moved it probably about another 3 inches over. And go ahead and take this shot. Now remember, all right, made one on that one. And what I was starting to say was, remember, every table is going to play different. Again, cue ball center of the table, made one ball, and really nice spread. So you have to find that spot on your table that's going to go ahead and allow you to make a ball on the break. All right, so as you can see, that was a pretty decent break. I mean, I made the one ball back here in my corner pocket. Kept the cue ball in the center, and the balls are spread out pretty well. I do love the tip on here. I mean, it's a nice hard leather tip. I'll leave the specs to it. Again, it's nice with the leather because it's much easier to control the cue ball versus Philonic tips. So let me rack again, take another shot. This one I'm going to put the cue ball about 2-3 inches off the side rail. All right, so remember, I'm taking all my shots, I'm hitting my point ball, which is my one ball. So I am not going for a second ball break. All right, so again, you know, decent cue ball control. I would have preferred to be a little bit further down the table towards the center, but I did make 2 balls on that break. I really do like the feeling of this Cuetec break cue, and I believe it's available in 20 and 21 ounce. So this one's a 20 ounce, and again, excellent cue. Does a great job breaking. All right, so now we're using the Elite band break cue. Again, they call it band because most leagues only allow a max 25 ounces. This is a 27 ounce. It is extremely, extremely heavy. I mean, it feels like a brick in my hand. But for people who have or don't have a strong break, this is a, you know, is a very good option. Takes a little bit to get used to, but it's all the weight's in the back. So again, and remember there's a philonic tip on here. So some people love it, some people hate it. I mean, you can hear the sound difference on the philonic tip versus using a hard leather tip. So again, you know, works really well. I didn't take a really fast stroke speed on that. I held back a little bit. That's the one thing when you're playing on a smaller table. This is a 7-foot table and it has a tournament cloth on there, so it's a really, really fast cloth. But when you're playing on a smaller table, if you have a massive, you know, powerful break, a lot of times people will pop that cue ball and it hit a rail and bounce off the table. Right. So again, we're using the same break cue. It's the Elite band cue. So this one, like I said previously, has a philonic tip. It might take time to get used to. You might love it, you might hate it. So again, I'm going to go ahead and break. I move my cue ball over to position number 2. I made 2 balls again on the break. Cue ball's in the center of the table, and the balls are definitely spread out all throughout the table. So again, I mean, this cue is pretty awesome. I'm impressed with it. You know, if you're looking for an inexpensive break cue, this is it's under $100 retail, and it's, like I said, once you get used to it, it's pretty impressive. All right, so now I'm gonna take the side rail shot. What I mean by that is my bridge is gonna be based off the side rail. So my bridge hand will be on the side rail. You might have to play with this a little while to get comfortable with it, but once you do, it's an excellent spot to break from. So again, I'm hitting center ball. Now that one, it made nothing on the break. Cue ball's all the way down on this end of the table. So again, you have to find a sweet spot on each table. All right, so my thoughts on these 2 break cues. Again, we have the Cuetec WCT break cue, leather tip, all wood shaft, which for Cuetec is unique. Usually they go with, it's a wood core with a fiberglass coating on the outside. So I love the wood shafts. That's just personal preference. Also, with the Elite break cue, at that price point, it's definitely, I mean, it's a brick. It feels like a brick in your hand, especially if you're playing with an 18 and 19 ounce cue and then you grab this. It's amazing how much heavier, and we're only talking ounces, you know, difference, but it's just totally incredible how much heavier it feels. You're definitely going to be able to break that much better if you have a slow, you know, speed on your break. Then this, I personally, I think, you know, it would help you be better at breaking the balls. So again, you know, each individual is going to be totally different on what their opinion is and what their preference is. Personally, I love the Cuetec WCT break cue. I mean, I have Peach Hour break cue, a Stinger McDermott Stinger break cue, the NG01, I believe it's called. And then, like I said, my 4th one is this Elite heavy hitter. If I was budget minded, or if I had the lowest speed, yeah, I'd go with the Elite break cue. If money wasn't the issue, again, it's not crazy expensive, but you know, you're gonna have to spend, you know, a few dollars on it. The Cuetec WCT break cue, definitely by far my personal favorite, and I just absolutely love it. I played with it last week, you know, during league play, and everybody that played with it loved it. It's definitely a solid break cue. Again, to me, cue ball control is important, so I much prefer the hard leather tip. And like I said, that's subject to, you know, each individual, what their preference is. So either one you won't be disappointed. It depends on what you're looking for. So I'll leave a link again, like I said earlier, in the description below to both cues. They're both on my website. If you'd like to purchase them, just go ahead and click on it. You have any questions, let me know. You can email me. You can message me through my website. I'll be more than happy. Obviously, you could just put a comment below.